Hello! We are back in Goldenrod, which we're going to take a train, not right there, but over here. We're going to be heading back to Kanto because I can't fly to the reception gate from here. So, we're going to have to go to Saffron and do that. So, we're going to be tackling parts of Mount Silver, early parts, and then we're going to tomorrow have to go to World Islands and also get Ice Beam on Jinx, which shouldn't be too hard considering I'm buying the coins and not earning them, but that's because I don't have time or I'm lazy. Pick which one, I don't care. So we're gonna go to reception gate, which we're just gonna go right here. The problem is that you can't really get to it without going through Victory Road. As you can see, like, I'm trying everything, so we just have to go through, which sucks, but shouldn't take that one. Actually, who's in the lead? That's fine. So I want to make mention of this once I get to the proper spot. Nope, wrong way. This way. Alright. So, as we're coming up to Mount Silver, there is a new Pokemon available. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you did not fill your spot with Ho or Lugia, and you still have an open spot, well, you are out of luck. There's literally one new Pokemon, and if you've been waiting for it this whole time, there's something wrong with you. So, it's Misdreavus, pure ghost type, which is the only pure ghost type in this game. Is not available in Route 28, but is available in the deeper parts of Mount Silver, specifically the second floor basement thing. Yeah, it's like a second basement, or floor 2, something like that. I don't know, it's behind the waterfall, I remember that. But, if you've been waiting for it this whole time, I have no idea why. I can actually not figure out your thought process. Misdreavus, pure ghost. It has some viability in the competitive, like, scene for Gold, Silver, Crystal, but it's perish trapping, and it's really bad. Like, in-game, it's not gonna work, and it's just not that good. Its stats are really low. It took an evolution for it to even get, like, to an acceptable level. The only thing that's really, like, special about it at this time is the pure ghost type. I mean, we have Gengar and then we have Misdreavus. One of them is Ghost Poison, one of them is Ghost. So, I mean, if you want to counter Psychics, too bad its stats are so low it just falls off and dies. It's just not your best choice. There are several other choices I would take for well, I guess technically a physical attacker in this. But overall, Misdreavus is one of the worst picks you can actually pick in this game, and that's saying something. Mostly because it is only available after beating 16 gyms. Not even Ho or Lugia or many of the Pokemon you can find in Kanto are locked behind such a ridiculous gym badge requirement. Like, it's fine that we can't get to Mount Silver in a decent amount of time because it's the final dungeon. Totally understandable. But the fact that Misdreavus, which is a new Johto Pokemon, only appears here is really messed up. Especially since there's so many other places it could have, like, appeared. Like, Burn Tower would have worked better. Instead, we have random crap like coffee. I would have rather had Misdreavus in there. It would have made more sense. But there is also another Pokemon that can be found here that is technically the only way to get it in Gold and Silver, I think. I don't remember what the game corner is. But it's Larvitar. I've already explained this, Larvitar is good if you can get to level 55. Tyranitar is a beast, rock dark type once it's fully evolved. Pseudo legendary, hits hard. Really just good in general. Alright, let's surf across. But overall, if you do have the time to raise a Tyranitar, I wholeheartedly recommend it. Yeah, right there. It's in the center. Makes sense. So, one thing to point out about Mount Silver. This is the final challenge of your journey. Which won't... You can do it at a pretty low level if you know what you're doing. Like, I will probably do it mid-50s. Once we fully explore everything. I have some rare candies to use. Because the final challenge you're going to face is red. It is based on the possible Pokemon you could have had in Generation 1 games. That means we have the 3 starters. We have Pikachu because everyone freaking loves Pikachu. We have Espeon because you get an Eevee in red, blue, yellow. And we have Snorlax because Snorlax. So, overall, it's pretty strong team. In levels, especially. I forget the peak. I think Pikachu's 81. So, it's quite strong. You found me. Please don't tell anyone about me. TM47. Don't know what this is. It's tough being a... Oh. I just want to be left alone. What is this, like... Reflect? Reflect your pursuers? I don't remember what TM47 is. Stealing. Huh. Oh well. But when it comes to, like, battling red, which is not an easy feat, it is probably the highest level you're gonna come across for quite a few games. One of the things that I can start recommending is grinding spots, and I rarely say this in RPGs because I feel as if I don't need to grind a lot, and I probably will not grind for this, just to show that it is possible with a under-leveled team. I might have to grind a tiny bit, but hopefully my rare candies will pick up the slack. But when it comes to... I didn't explore the original building that is at the start, did I? Crap. But one thing that I can recommend, do not do SS Aqua at all. It is very slow, it's cumbersome, there's a lot of trainers on there that aren't worth your time, and overall it's slow. If one of the best grinding spots at this time is the Elite Four, which is kind of obvious. Trainer rematches are pretty garbage overall. Do not do them. Cal is available in the Viridian City Trainer School. Route 20. No, I came out of this. I thought there was a building here. I guess I totally flipped. But overall, grinding spots, even here is somewhat of a decent grinding spot. It's wild Pokemon, which is not always that great. But at least you can freely heal. You don't have to worry about items or anything of the like. It works decently well. So, as long as you don't miss repeatedly. Of course! So, do I want to take the chance? Let's see. I'm gonna switch out, which is just awesome. But overall, the Elite Four is gonna be your best path, so to say, of training. There's also Silver as a rematch, which is actually a very viable rematch because, excuse me, if you were able to beat him before, you should be able to beat him now. So, it's not that bad. I didn't switch at all, did I? What else is there? I think I basically named all of them. If you haven't defeated some trainers yet, go ahead and go beat them. Just so you can say you completed them, I guess. I don't know. But overall, Elite Four is definitely your top spot for grinding. I'd probably count this area as the second, mostly because the Pokemon Center is literally right there. Actually, I'd probably put this as a tie with DD4 just because the Pokemon Center being literally right here. So, it works impressively, actually. One thing I will recommend here, make sure you settle your moves, and I will actually warn you what Red has. I don't normally do this, as I like to go into the fight and describe it, which I'll still do once the fight comes about. But he starts with Pikachu, and then he will usually lead into with Espeon, depending on your choice. I've seen him go Venusaur after that too. But he, as I said earlier, he has Pikachu, Espeon, Snorlax, Venusaur, Blastoise, and Charizard. This means a rock ground type actually destroys 1/3 of his team just flat out. So if you have that, good on you. I do not. So I will be having to circumvent that somewhat. Mount Silver. Let's go in. It is dark. There's actually not an HM required to get to Red. I'm going to do it here because I want to. But I will be showing the path to Red once I am ready to fight him without using an HM. It'll be completely in the dark, so it's going to kind of suck as a viewing experience, but I kind of need my full team there. I'm not teaching Flash to one of my team members. As you can see, there's plenty of Pokemon to fight here too, so we'll get some good experience. And then we still have the World Islands to finish up, so we'll get some decent experience. I'm expecting to be about 53 on some of the Pokemon that I have. Once I'm done with Mount Silver, I've traveled everywhere, I've done everything. And then I will have rare candy. So I'm going to say the team will be about 54, 55 at the most. Which is not a good number when you're going up against 70s and an 81 Pokemon. But, as is stated earlier, it is very easy to abuse his team. Remember, he has a Venusaur that only has the capabilities of grass moves. Which, I mean, look at my Skarmory. It's going to quad resist it. It doesn't matter if it throws up a sunny day. Solar Beam is, while it's a special attack, is not going to completely destroy it. It should be able to tank it, or at least that's my hope. I totally expect Meltank to be able to survive Pikachu, whatever it throws at it. So it'll Earthquake it and bring it down. That's 2 team members out. Espeon is probably going to be the hardest because of its powerful Psychic. But I think Jinx should be able to return the favor with the powerful Ice Beam once I finally get that. Or I might tempt fate and go with Gengar for the sleep. It's very hard to decide here. Overall, I'm not exactly sure. Snorlax is a troublesome foe for anyone. My best bet would be Meltank, but I doubt that's going to work. So I might have to go with Gengar on that. Charizard, I mean, I have Gengar for Thunderbolt, but it hits pretty hard because of its level. So I might not be able to do that. And I really don't have another answer to it besides Kingdra. Kingdra would be the best bet, but it depends on the sunny day at that point. And what else? Blastoise is actually kind of difficult, though I have Thunderbolt and Gengar again. Meltank at that point should be able to kill it with body slams, tank whatever it can. And I will probably be showing 2 fights of Red. And the reason is I want to show the fight where I use items because I'm going to be super underleveled. And I'm going to be showing a fight where I just straight up fight him, no items shown. Though, it depends. I might off-screen grind to 60 and not have to do that, because you don't need to be high level at all for this. It's very abusable, very easy, very formulaic would be the word. Come on. This was literally the last battle of the video and you have to ruin it? So next time, we will be back in Goldenrod getting Ice Beam for Jinx, which is long overdue. And then we'll head to Whirl Islands for about, like, I don't know, 7 minutes? I think 7 minutes. Depends on the wild encounter rate. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that works. And then, we'll probably be back in here. We still have some to explore. So, till then.